Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Braves going up against the Crescents. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 with more or less just in this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first two games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Lorenzo Ortiz.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
All right, ready to get underway. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, number 13. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. So we're off and running in Game 3. On the ground, right side. Medina takes it to the bag. One out in the top of the first. Okay, let's check out the lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
And now, number 97, a little bit high. And that's ball one. Ortiz. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. On the ground. And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
And with that kind of power at the plate, they'll gladly take the single to the opposite field.
Number 71.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch.
Controls. Batting with one down, takes a strike. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
That one at triple digits. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Fastball almost got him there. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Man at first, one away. In the air, center field. On the move. Pulls it in on the run. And there's two down.
Number 12.
Now it's the power speed combo. Ramos. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And a good eye there. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 3. Up the middle. They take the force out, and that is that. Half inning complete. We've got no score. here with my pal Siggy. Our starting pitcher in this one, Cologne.
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
Bottom of the first, and now the rookie second baseman, number 24. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to. Into the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch as a hitter. Bats from both sides of the plate, and he's so rare in that he really makes a lot of contact batting both righty and lefty. And, you know, it takes a ton of time in the cage to maintain both of those swings.
Bounced up the middle. To first. One gone, bottom half of the first. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. When you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it. Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Here's some real power at the plate. Medina. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Left-hand batter waits.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3. Number 55, waiting for a turn at the plate. 2 out, space is empty. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him looking. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. Stepping in the long ball threat, Felix Cruz. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Ortiz back to work. And there's a foul ball. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You get 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Here's a big power threat. Kenneth Rivero. Pitch misses there. 1-0. A wind in the pitch. That misses. Now 2-0. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. Next pitch is outside.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's, the Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series losing to the San Francisco Giants.
That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So, man aboard. Here's the rookie right fielder, Alexis Cruz. There's a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That one ripped left field. That's back there. And out of here. And they jump out front. It's 2-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Gerald Caballero. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Caballero in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018. And the 1-0. In the air, right side, Negron on his way over. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the rookie center fielder, Santana. Out to short. The throw to first, and that's the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 2nd, and now the center fielder, number 55. And here it comes.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And there's the ball. That one misses. 3-1. The pitch. Out to short. Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd.
Batting 5th, the designated hitter, number 63.
Now here is Davila. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And downstairs. 1 out, base is empty. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Outside, and now 3-1. That's a strike.
Full count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it.
Takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they make short work of him there. We played 2 full. The Braves lead it 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is number 13.
Number 13.
The right-hander back to work. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. And that ball is out of here. A gigantic blast. His second home run of the series, and they add a run. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
Stepping in is the switch-hitting shortstop. Foul ball.
Well, these players doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, there's a small sign of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Solid miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Ramos. Just missed.
Count 1-0.
Next offering is downstairs.
Well, they gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 3-0. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Bottom of the inning, and now it's going to be John Negron. The line of the pitch. Right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting in the left fielder, Juan
Diaz getting ready to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First pitch, and he just misses. One down, base is empty. Right side, hard hit. He'll do it himself, And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The third baseman, number 52.
And the batter now, Sanchez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Hard on the ground to first. Cruz takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Leading off, Felix Cruz.
The first baseman, Felix Cruz.
And the right-hander back to work. Ball one there. That one missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
The wind to kick the 2-0. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Fought off foul. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Payoff pitch. Got it by him. Good pay.
Variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Rivero stands in now and watches strike one. Base is empty, one away here in game 3 of the ALCS. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. The 0-2 stays alive. One down, base is empty. And takes low for ball one. Got him swinging for a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy in the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's outside. And the count is 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. And they'll do it again. Two outs. Liner, base hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
At the plate, Gerald Caballero. Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Cruz around second, headed for third. Coming home. Relay throw home, and he's out. Down, and that ends the inning.
Textbook defensive execution right there. Outfielder hits the cutoff. Relay throw to the plate. A perfect strike, and a great way to end the inning.
Here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. And here is number 24. And ball one. Smoked on the ground a second. In plenty of time to first. One up, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And the batter will be the shortstop. Fly to right his first time. Strike one.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
The 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
Good eye right there.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And the next pitch is way outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Downstairs, and it misses ball four.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Medina now at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Ball one, no
pitch
strike.
out, but no action. Snap throw to first.
No,
and he dives back in safely. The 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Again with a pitch out. At the belt and fires. On its way to the corner. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Kicks and fires. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And the postseason success continues for him. He's in there.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against the firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the center fielder. Grounded out his first time up. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Runners at the corners, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch in the dirt, and that is ball one. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Little chopper rolls foul. Kicks and deals. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and the count is even 2-2. Two on, one out. Back to the mound, might have him hung up here. Over to second for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
The next to hit, struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Rivera makes the catch, inning over. A run, a hit, and a man left. On to the top of the fifth we go. Puerto Rico on top 3-1. And we're back. And now Santana. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
And the righty deals.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The wind of the pitch. The punch out there picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Sanchez drifts towards it, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do it a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, 1 for 2. This to center field, on the move. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the speedy catcher, number 89.
Number 89.
As the lefty gets to work. Ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
The right fielder, number 19. John Negron.
Digging in, John Negron. Grounded out his first time.
He's been going for these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
On the ground to the left. Whips it across. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Juan Diaz will hit next. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. And the slider just misses. Diaz goes 5 feet 11 inches, just 21 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Next pitch in for a strike, and a count even at 1.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Gets it to first. An acrobatic play to end the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the third baseman, Contreras. Ortiz back to work. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And another ball.
No strike.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 3-0. And there's the automatic.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And at first, Ramos digs in now. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Here comes a pitch. And the 1-0 misses low. Activity in the bullpen. Roberto Ortiz up and throwing. Burden warming up as well. Runner at first with no outs here. Pickoff throw, and he's back in there.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Lorenzo Ortiz is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Roberto Ortiz.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
And now here is Felix Cruz. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Inside and hit him.
Well, that gives them a runner, and maybe they can turn it into something more with nobody out. A lot of things can happen here in this inning.
Next to hit, Kenneth Rivero. A strikeout and a walk. And a strike. Right through there. That one at triple digits.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Maldonado.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Runner takes off, and it's fouled away. The pitch. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
There's a swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Cruz at first, one gone. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Caballero in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is down low. And now it's even 1-1. And the right-hander deals on the ground to first, and that's just foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. The 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Staying in the game on defense, Maldonado. He entered as a pinch hitter, but this might get interesting. Not a position he's used to playing here. Now the third baseman, Sanchez. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And there's a ball. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The 2-1. Swings through that.
2-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Just missed. That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Next offering is in for a strike. And now the lefty swings and misses, struck him out.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I'll tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with two strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Number 11, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That one fouled off. Out to short. Jump throw. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Medina now at the plate. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Two outs. And that one missing low. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
And he deals. Just missed. The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That's out number 3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Birdie. And now the center fielder, Santana. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. The pitch. Misses outside, and it's 1-0. Righty to the plate. In the air, right field. Settles underneath it. Makes the grab, 1 down.
The batter, number 13.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman. He's already homered here in this one. On the corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. Righty delivers. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 3. In there at the knees. And it's 2-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
The 2-2. Slider misses outside. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. That's out number 2.
He's got to throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed. Gets the out.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. 1 for 3. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Right-handed reliever and a foul ball. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's the third baseman, Contreras.
This kid is so special.
He's a shortstop by trade and big-time power.
Seems like from day one, his strike zone and plate discipline looked like he'd been in the league for 6 years already.
On the ground, right side. On to first. That's the third out. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, number 55.
Number 55.
And a pitch.
Ball. Ball 1, no strike.
A wind and a pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
And next is the designated hitter, Davila. That's a strike. 1-1. Sliced hard but foul. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Seems that he was committed to swinging at this pitch regardless of where it was before the pitch was even released. He's in an 0-2 count, and you're looking to battle at that point, trying to protect the zone. So you do become a little more swing happy, but on a fastball that doesn't even come close, makes you think there wasn't much of a 2-strike adjustment being made there. Swing hard in case you hit it. He didn't hit it.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is in for a strike. Line drive and a base hit right there. And that extends the inning.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now the right fielder, John Negron. Cologne checks over to first, and he's back. Center field has this one sized up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Anthony Macetero. Ramos getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Number 12.
The pitch. Savage, a 6'1" lefty. He throws a cutter, a curve, and he works in a four-seamer. This one in the air, center field. Under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The first base is number 10.
So digging in, Felix Cruz. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. And a swing and a miss there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. De Leon getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one fouled off. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Get down.
And that one almost got him.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That one missed. Leaves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, they had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Maldonado in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two outs. Foul ball there. And a pitch. And it's down on strikes. It is a 3-up, 3-down inning. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Juan Diaz. And the pitch. Swings through that one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Luis Bonilla getting loose out there. Estrada, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Ball 1 low. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. The line to kick the pitch. Fly ball to right. Cruz under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now back, number 52.
So up next, Sanchez. First pitch just misses. That one ripped but foul. Inside corner for a strike, and the count is 1-2. And he chases that one, and now 2 gone. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And that's off the inside edge. And 1-1. And a strike on the outside edge.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. De Leon gets handed the rock out of the pen.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Now it's the right fielder, Alexis Cruz.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
The wind of the pitch. And a strike. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The wind of the pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And here's the catcher, Gerald Caballero. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. De Leon, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Rivera getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. And the 0-2. That one hit to right. Negron calls it in, and there's 2 away. Number 5. 2 outs, base is empty. Santana will hit next. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And there's a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Getting over on the strikeout. So they go quietly there. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Braves with the lead 5-1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Luis Bonilla.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop. And here it comes. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. It's foul ground. And that gets down in the corner. And that's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And now Medina. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A massive home run. His second homer this series, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boo, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
And next will be the cleanup hitter. That's in there. 0-1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
2 runs across in the inning. Here in the last half of inning number 9. That clips the corner. The pitch. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And that just misses. Good job to fight that one off.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's off the mark, and it's 3-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
So a young arm coming on now out of the pen, Marco Robles.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
So now the DH spot, Davila.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That to right. Cruz grabs it on the run.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the catcher, known for his late inning heroics. And a good eye there. With the tying run at the plate, we're in the last half of the 9th inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation running on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Tying run at the plate. And it is 2 in a row. The tying run at the plate. Hard hit, right side. Now he launches a throw over his head. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And he'll pull into second safely.
Potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
Stepping in, John Negron. First pitch misses. So the tying run at second. Wouldn't chase that time.
2-0.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That one at the knees for a strike. The count 2-1. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
In the air out towards right center. Sizes this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Play at the plate. Save. And it's a one-run ball game.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at-bat. Got the job done.
So they're down to their final out. Juan Diaz digs in now. While he delivers the hero.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, this is where they earn their keep.
Pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. With the tying run at third, and the home team trying to pull it out. Got him looking. And this one is over with the tying run stranded just 90 feet away.
This team has been truly dominant in the series. Up now 3-0. Pretty demoralizing on the other side. You want to get this thing over as quickly as possible. So stay focused, come back for the next game, and close out this series.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long